I just want to introduce our guest speaker that we have today. She's in the military right now. She's getting ready to retire, actually. And she's done a phenomenal job teaching people how to eat properly, what you should eat. And you guys as athletes, it's very important that you recognize what you're putting into your body. And I don't want to give it away, but she's going to teach you all of that. She is a Amazon best-selling author. She is your health motivator, Miss Rochelle T. Parks. Rochelle, go ahead and take it away.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, thanks so much, Cortez, just for having the opportunity to share this information. Hey, guys, I just want to say, first of all, I want you to have an open mind, right? So I tell you, I'm 47 now, but I was once a junior and senior in high school, and I am I don't even want to say former athlete. I think once an athlete, always an athlete. So I played college ball, basketball. I played sports all my life, so I'm definitely aware. But I will say this. If I knew then what I know now, I probably would have been killing. I was already killing, but I would have been even more of a beast back then. So I just want to share with you some information that I think will take you far, right? So let me just share my screen here if I can. Hold on. Y'all see that? You see it? Okay, great. So here's something I want to talk to you. So I have, this is going to be mostly for the athletes, but if there's some parents on, I'm going to hit a couple of those things too. So the question I'm asking you is, how will your story end, guys? And so I know at 16, 17, 18, you're not thinking about when you get 47, okay? You're thinking about probably going to college, playing ball, making it to the NBA, NFL, or whatever sports you're in, by NFL. But I'll tell you, there are many, many people who don't make it that far. And even after they make it, their story doesn't end well. And so what I want to talk to you today about how your story can start and end well, right? How your story can start and end well. And so here we are. I just want to talk about some common causes of sports injuries. And some of you may have experienced some injuries already. And so I highlighted the top 4. That's what I really want to key on, with number 1 being lack of nutrients, right? Lack of nutrients, weakened muscles, bones, tendons, or ligaments, which can be a result of lack of nutrients. Dehydration, if you're not drinking enough water, and muscle imbalances. That's not being balanced in your training, right? In your strength training. Now, I know a lot of you watch sports on TV, basketball, football games, NFL, NBA, college, and you see a lot of athletes that have recurrent injuries. And you may be asking yourself, why? Why is that? Why is that? Some people may say, overtraining, I don't know, fatigue, whatever. Well, I'm going to say it's lack of nutrients, guys. It's lack of nutrients. There's never been a time more like today where someone can just go up for a layup. I'll just say basketball, for instance, go up for a layup and then come down and their bone pokes out of their leg. That's soft bones. And it says here, weakened muscles, bones, tendons, or ligaments, right? That's from lack of nutrients, right? And so I'm just going to put it plainly. We eat poorly. We eat trash, right? The average American, they have the SAD American diet, right? So it's the standard American diet. They call it SAD because we eat a lot of sugar, not enough nutrients, not enough vegetables, lots of sugar, sodas, fried foods, things like that. And so I'm going to show you how you can win, not just now, but even after, like when you get a little older, okay? So that's what we're going to talk about. So you may say, well, what's the big deal? What is going on? Okay, this is what I want you to key in on, right? The leading causes of death in the U.S. is heart disease, 26%. And I just want to put it bluntly, that has everything to do with what we eat, right? What we eat. Heart disease has everything to do with what you put in your mouth every day, right? And so I'm just going to say we dig in our graves with a knife and a fork. Bottom line up front. We dig in our graves with a knife and a fork. So here's some questions I want you to think about, right? Just answer them in your head. So I'm going to ask you, do you eat whatever you want, right? Just whatever comes to your heart. Do you just go eat it? Do you get sleepy after you eat? Do you need energy drinks to get you through the day? Is your lifestyle in line with your goals? I mean, so if you want to be this elite athlete, does your lifestyle line up with that, being an elite athlete? Do you eat when you're not hungry? Do you live to eat, or do you eat to live? Right? Or when you're eating, are you thinking about fuel for your body? Or are you just thinking about your taste buds? right? Do you get migraine headaches, right? Now, these are things that I normally would be asking adults, but I know teenagers suffer with migraine headaches as well. Do you have painful joints? Normally, arthritis normally plagues those in their 40s, right? But now it's happening much earlier. Painful joints, that's from poor nutrition. That's from lots of sugar and not enough water, right? Painful joints in your knees, your elbows. Do you have asthma, eczema, allergies? Some of you may be dealing with some of those things right now. How about high blood pressure, right? Normally, someone that's much older, but teenagers are dealing with high blood pressure. They're dealing with diabetes. They're dealing with even cancer, high cholesterol, right? Things like those things run in your family. Think about that, right? There's some questions that I want you to think about. So here we are. I just want to tell you, right? First of all, we all gonna die one day. So death rate is 100%, right? So the things I want to share with you today are things that will delay death. They'll put it as far right as possible and avoid disease. And what's important for you, these things will also improve your overall fitness level and your conditioning, right? Improve your quality of life. Again, I'm talking about life after, guys. So this is what you must know. 60 to 70% of every disease, condition, and illness originates in the gut. It starts with what you eat, right? So every time you eat, whatever it is, it's either building you up or breaking you down. That's what you must know. So let's talk about some things on the left are like old sayings and then new sayings, right? So I don't know if you're familiar with type 2 diabetes, but you may have heard people say it's hereditary. I'm here to tell you that diabetes is both preventable and reversible through nutritional methods and exercise, right? Proper exercise and nutrition, I'm telling you, will cure a lot of things, will reverse a lot of things. Obesity is hereditary. No, it is not. We don't have any fat genes and none of this. I'm big bone. My mama was fat. My father, whatever. So I'm going to be, no, you don't have to be. And you may not be thinking about that now, but you'll see the way you eat and train now, right? Probably eating a lot of calories, consuming a lot of calories because you're burning a lot of calories. But if you continue to do that after and you're not burning those calories, you'll start to pick on weight, right? So it has nothing to do with your genes. It's about lifestyle, right? Eat as much lean red meat as you want. I'm going to tell you to limit the amount of red meat, but you do need protein, but you can get that in other sources. I'll hit that on another slide. Treat yourself with a delicious dessert. There's nothing wrong with having dessert every now and then, but I say treat yourself with exercise or a piece of fruit, right? It's the exception, not the rule, right? Fried foods, absolutely. It says fried foods to be in moderation. I'm going to say eat it, right? It's the exception, not the rule. Try to stay away from fried foods. But I've been in high school. I'll tell you, I know. I used to eat at the fast food restaurants and didn't do me good at all, right? I thought I was killing it, but at 47, I'm in better shape now than I was when I was 27 or when I was 20 in my early 20s. At 47, I'm in much better shape. Artificial sweeteners are okay. So you say, what do you mean by artificial sweeteners? Sucralose, right? Splenda, Equal, Sweet and Low, those things. I don't know if you're coffee drinkers or tea drinkers or anything like that. Those things are no good. Stay away from artificial sweeteners. They're linked to cancer. They're no good for you. Hypertension, that's high blood pressure. It's hereditary. No, it is not, right? And here's one I grew up listening to, seeing many commercials that said milk does a body good. Milk does not. No, it does not. It does not do a body good. Cow's milk, cows don't even drink their own milk. It has a source of many allergies. So if you're dealing with any type of respiratory issues or eczema or any type of respiratory congestion, things like that, if you take the dairy out of your diet, you may see a change in your health. And I know many of you probably not focusing on weight loss right now, which is great. But if you are, I don't advise my people to focus on weight loss. I tell them to focus on health and allow weight loss to be a byproduct of that, right? So that's just some old versus some new things. High fructose corn syrup, guys, this is probably the #1 culprit for not only weight gain, but diabetes today, right? High fructose corn syrup. It says it's comprised in 70 to 80% of sweeteners used in foods in the U.S. It's in everything. You got to become a label reader. You don't want this in your body. It says it's in breads, it's in cereals, breakfast bars, deli meats, yogurt, soups, condiments. It's in a lot of stuff. It's in juices. You do not want this. Try to avoid this like the plague, right? So here's some dangers of high fructose corn syrup. This is serious business. Like I say, in addition to weight gain and obesity. And this is why, here's a little note. This is why you gain weight from the high fructose corn syrup because it inhibits the hormone, right, from telling your brain that you're full, right, the hormone leptin. And so when you consume high fructose corn syrup, your brain doesn't know that you're full. That's why you don't get full off eating Twinkies and honey buns and oatmeal cream pies and all the junk. You don't get full off that because your brain never registers that you're full, right? So increases risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Absolutely. All that sugar, right? When you're drinking all the sodas and the energy drinks and all the junk food. Just to consume the standard American diet today, it's almost inevitable to avoid diabetes, right? Because sugar is in so many things. And so it's almost, you can't avoid it. So you have to be intentional to avoid it, which means we have to read labels. Hypertension, which is high blood pressure, elevated bad cholesterols, right? So absolutely, that's what happens. It's just arterial plaque buildup can lead to heart conditions, including hypertension, heart disease, and even stroke. These are things that high fructose corn syrup can do to the body, guys. And here's one, long-term liver damage, right? And so that's cirrhosis of the liver. Now, most times when you hear the word cirrhosis of the liver, you think of someone who's an alcoholic, who drinks a lot of alcohol. Well, what high fructose corn syrup does is it's called non-alcoholic induced cirrhosis of the liver, right? So it damages the liver. If you talk to diabetics, a lot of them are taking medication to help treat their liver, and they don't even know why. I talked to someone before and they said, I don't know, I don't even understand why I'm taking this liver medication. Well, this is why, because the high fructose corn syrup damages the liver. And then mercury exposure, irreversible brain and nervous system damage. Guys, this is serious stuff, okay? And this is stuff people don't talk about because they don't even know about it. But I'm trying to tell you how you can win, not just now, but even life after, right? So you may say, well, where is this stuff found? Where is it? This isn't a lot of stuff. Now, some of this you may have at home right now. You may have in your cabinets, right? Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce, Worcestershire sauce, Capri Sun juice boxes, right? Miracle Whip, graham crackers, Huns and Heinz ketchup. So you may be thinking, well, what can I eat? Well, I'll tell you, a lot of these brands have gotten hip, and they've created brands that don't have the high fructose corn syrup. Say, for instance, the Heinz. The regular Heinz ketchup has high fructose corn syrup. The Simply Heinz does not. So again, you have to become a label reader. But all of the soda will have it. The Coke, the Sprite, the Pepsi, all of them, they will have high fructose corn syrup. You take like Eggo waffles, right? Now they do not have high fructose corn syrup. The Honey Maid graham crackers, now they have a brand that do not have the high fructose corn syrup. But the whole idea is you have to become a label reader. But the Chips Ahoy, the Oreo cookies, the Ritz, all of those have high fructose corn syrup. It's no getting around it. The Mott's applesauce, high fructose corn syrup. The Mott's Medley does not. You got to become a label reader. Okay, so that's how you can avoid that. Let's talk about water. You got to drink your water. And I know you know this is important. And I'm just talking about straight water. I'm not talking about adding any of those Mios and those water enhancers. I'm just talking about straight water. You can add fruit to it, but other than that, you need to drink your water and lots of it. And they say you should be drinking at least half your body weight in ounces, but you guys are you're burning so many calories, you're losing a lot of water and perspiration, so you should be drinking more than half your body weight in ounces. So water is important. I don't care that you don't like it, your body needs it, right? And so it's the basis of all life, right? And I'm not going to go through all this, but I'll just show you that blood that transports nutrients is 82% water. That's important. Your lungs that provide your oxygen are 90% water. That's important, guys. Your bones are 25% water. You must drink your water. I don't know, whatever you weigh, divide that in half, right? And that's how many ounces you should be drinking at a bare minimum. That's with a sedentary lifestyle, but you guys are very active, so you should be probably doubling that amount. So what does water do? This is just a few things, right? Helps to cure heartburn, right? Arthritis, that's those painful joints. Back pain, angina is chest pains, migraine headaches. Some of you may suffer with migraines or may know someone. Tell them to drink water, right? Asthma, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, lowering blood cholesterol, AIDS and weight loss. Some of you guys may be trying to put on weight, I recognize, but water is important. People underestimate the power of water. Is very important. Talking about these water nuggets. half your body weight in ounces. We talked about that. Drinking water at room temperature instead of being ice cold. You want it at room temperature. Here's an important fact. It says a person can live up to 5 weeks without food, but the average adult can last no more than 5 days without water. That's how important water is, guys. And a dry mouth is one of the last signs of dehydration, right? And it says you're not sick, you're thirsty. So sometimes when we have the headache or just pain in our bodies, whatever, we pop an Advil or a Motrin. Before you do that, just drink your water, right? Another thing, sometimes we confuse hunger with thirst, right? If you're hungry, drink a glass of water first. If you're no longer hungry, you weren't hungry, right? If you're still hungry, you can eat, right? But if you're no longer hungry, you were just thirsty. So drink your water is very important. This is for my parents that are on. I know you guys are probably eating way more than this, but portion control, these are just some tips to help you control your portions, right? So it says a clenched fist is the recommended amount for portion size of pasta, rice, cereal, veggies, and fruit, right? A clenched fist. Your fist, not somebody else's fist, right? The palm of your hand, right? Recommended size for meat portion. Again, these are from my parents. I know you guys probably eat more than this, right? Your thumb, tip of your thumb, recommended amount of added fats. That's your butter, your mayo, your salad dressing, things like that, right? Control what you can control. So here's some helpful tips. And this is when you're doing your grocery shopping or just when you're eating out. Guys, you got to eliminate the white bleached products. I'm talking about your white rice, your white bread, your white potato, your white pasta. You need to be going with whole grains, right? Whole grains are best for you, right? You don't want white. There's no nutritional value in white products at all. You want to eliminate high fructose corn syrup from your diet. The only way to do that is to become a label reader. You must read your labels and don't be fooled by the marketing, the names like Nutri-Grain. You're thinking Nutri must be healthy, right? Or things like Deli Fresh. If it's fresh, it must be healthy. Or Nature Valley. If it has nature in the name, it must be healthy. Don't be fooled by it. You must read your labels, right? Eliminate or reduce dairy products from your diet. I tell you, milk does not do a body good, right? So I don't know if you're still drinking cow's milk, but I recommend you don't. You can get your vitamin D and calcium from other sources. A lot of people drink almond milk, coconut milk, soy milk, rice milk, oat milk. There's so many milks out there other than cow's milk. Limit your red meat. You can get your protein still in chicken, fish, turkey, lamb. I'm not big on pork, so I don't have pork there. That's for health reasons. I'm not into pork. Pork is no good for you. I'm just going to put it out there. It's not healthy. Limit fried foods, right? So, and again, exception, not the rule. People say, so you never eat fried chicken? I'm not saying I never eat it, but it's really not too often that I eat fried foods. So you want to do stir fry, steam, grill, bake, roast, again, exception, not the rule. Limit your vegetable oil. Shouldn't be using vegetable oil for too many things, really. You want to stick with olive oil and grapeseed oil or coconut oil, right? A lot of times people, they fry in olive oil. No good. When you fry in olive oil, when the olive oil gets above a certain temperature, it releases carcinogenic compounds. So that's no good for you, right? So you want to fry something, do it in grapeseed oil or coconut oil. Here's something for all my sandwich eaters or hot dog eaters. Deli meats, sodium nitrate or sodium nitrite. Guys, if you're doing hot dogs or the deli meats, like your turkey breasts or roast turkeys, just deli meats you get from the grocery store and make sandwiches. You want to get the ones that do not have this product in it, sodium nitrate or sodium nitrite. Why? Because it causes cancer, right? And so I'll just say, not this particular compound causes cancer, but what it does when you ingest this, it mixes with the stomach acids in your stomach, and it creates a carcinogen. A carcinogen is a cancer-causing agent, right, called nitrosamine. So they do have brands out there. Hormel is a brand. Oscar Mayer, I think Hillshire Farm has a brand now. You have to read the labels. It will say no sodium nitrate, no sodium nitrite. You have to read your labels, guys. Again, I'm talking about quality of life. Eliminate artificial colors. Okay. Artificial colors, and let's talk about artificial colors and artificial sweeteners. So some of you may be Gatorade drinkers, right? Gatorade, G2, Powerade, all those things, they're no good, right? If it's blue, it has blue 1 in it. If it's red, it has red 40, right? These are the artificial colors. They're dyes. If it's green, well, it says yellow and blue makes green, right? So if it's green, it has blue 1 and yellow 5 and yellow 6. These are artificial colors, guys. They're linked to cancer. I'm just telling you what I know to be true, right? Artificial sweeteners, right? That's your sucralose. Look on the back of your protein. Some of you are doing protein shakes, protein smoothies. If it has sucralose on the back, aspartame, red 40, blue 1, yellow 5, yellow 6, is no good for you. It is no good for you. I don't care what anybody says. It's no good for you. I don't care how many grams of protein it has. I don't care, low fat, low fat, low carb, 60 grams of protein per serving. I don't care. If it has red 40, if it has sucralose, it's no good, right? And so the story I tell, if I'm somebody gives me a choice of a cheeseburger and a slice of red velvet cake, right? And I said, no, I'll take the cheeseburger. Why? Because that's just grams of fat. I can run off fat. The red velvet cake has red 40. I can't run off cancer, right? And so you got to know what you're taking in, right? So the G2, the Gatorades, the Powerades, they're no good. I'm just telling you what I know. They do have healthier hydration drinks out there, right? But you got to become a label reader. You got to look for it. I'm just telling you what I know, guys. Artificial colors, artificial sweeteners, no good for you. I'm going to go through these real quick. If you have any parents on, this is things you can do. 20 to 30. Chewing your food 20 to 30 times, right? This is going to help with digestion. This is all of us, not just parents, right? And putting your fork down between bites. A lot of people don't chew their food, right? And so it disrupts the digestive process. Right, so you should actually chew your food until it's mush, really. It should be, before you swallow it. So chewing it at least 20 times before you swallow. And if you do this, it's going to take you about 20 minutes to eat. And what this does, it allows your brain to register that you're full. Hey, I was in high school. I know we're shoveling it in. We're eating it quick. We're hitting, I don't know, probably not the cafeteria, but snack bars at school. And, I can tell you the things I used to eat. So I understand, but I'm just telling you, it says when you know better, you do better. I'm sharing this information with you right now. Dinner plate, lots of veggies, right? Protein and good carbs, not the white carbs, right? No white rice, white pasta, white bread, white potatoes, do your brown rice, right? Your sweet potato, your quinoa, things like that. Lots of veggies though. Guys, you got to have lots of veggies, right? If you're shopping, you're probably not shopping, probably your parents. If I have some parents on the line, you need to shop the periphery of the grocery store. Why? That's where your live foods are, right? You start going down the aisles and that's where your processed foods are. That's where you're going to get the preservatives and lots of sugar and lots of sodium, right? Doing damage to the body. We don't want that. You want to buy foods that expire soon. That's why you buy fresh or frozen, right? You start getting canned vegetables and anything in the can, expiration, it's going to be 2 years from now. You don't want that. There's no nutritional value in that, right? So avoid overcooking your vegetables. Eliminate sodas. Guys, there's no nutritional value in soda. It tastes good, I know, but there's no nutritional value. It's just liquid calories and it's just lots of sugar. Lots of sugar. That's all it's doing. Limit your caffeine drinks. I don't know if you're coffee drinkers right now. I say limit your caffeine drinks. Drink more water, unsweetened fruit juices. I'm telling you, I'm trying to help you be not just an average athlete, but an elite athlete. And when you go out, here's some things to look for, right? Some adjectives, right? On the left side, these are probably adjectives of healthy dishes. On the right side, probably unhealthy, right? So on the healthy side, these are things you should look for. Braised, broiled, stir-fried, fresh, grilled, marinated, vegetarian, roasted, sauteed, seared, seasoned, smoked, steamed. That's the left side. Right side, probably unhealthy, right? Au gratin, basted, battered, stuffed, breaded, blackened, cheesy, creamy, crispy, crunchy, deep fried, smothered, and glazed. I know it sounds good, but it's no good for you, right? It's no good for you guys. I know it, right? So this I want you to know, though. So don't be discouraged. I don't know how you eat. Only you know how you eat, but I can tell you that with proper consumption, assimilation, and elimination, our bodies have the ability to change the chemistry of our blood in 7 days, the composition of our cells in 7 weeks, some major organs in 7 months. We can have a completely new body in 7 years, and we can rebuild a new heart every 30 days. And so I just say be encouraged. What I'm telling you today is how to be elite, not just for today, but for years to come. Because I'll tell you again, at 47, I'm way better. I'm much healthier. My blood work is better. I'm in much better shape today than I was 20, 30 years ago. And this is just a picture just to tell you I'm not just talking about it. I am about it. Okay. I have competed, done some competitive bodybuilding, but that was over almost 20 years ago. But this is a current picture of me today, right? And so this is what I've been able to do over the long term, right? I still train. I am a certified health coach and personal trainer. I'm not just talking about it. I am about it, right? And so, no, I'm not training to be on stage again, but I do believe that when you give your body what it needs to thrive, it absolutely will. It absolutely will. And that's the book that Cortez mentioned. I am an Amazon best-selling author. That is my book. Guys, nothing gives me more pleasure than to just teach people, right, how they can win in this health and wellness journey. That's all I want to do is show you how to win, right? I don't know if you know, but LeBron James was an article that said he spent over $1 million, right, $1 million a year caring for his body, right? So this thing is serious. It's not just about how you perform, right, on the field, right? It's about how you take care of your body too, because you can be the best athlete in the world, but if you keep getting hurt, what good is it? What good is it? And that's what we're seeing now in a lot of the professional sports, recurrent injuries, poor nutrition. Don't let that be you. How will your story end?
Awesome, Rochelle. That's awesome. I know that's a lot of information on you guys. I want to pick on each one of you real quick. And like you said, LeBron James take care of his body, and Tom Brady, that's the big thing right now. They're talking about him a lot.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, nutrition is really coming, people becoming more aware of it now, and you guys are getting it in the front end, high school, right before you get to college. So really take it seriously. But I'm about to pick on each one of you guys. Cameron, I'm going to pick on you first because I saw you pick up a bottle of water. You're trying to show us that you're drinking that water. What's one thing that you took from this, and what are you going to do differently?
Say again?
So what's one thing that you're going to do differently? What do you take away from this? What are you going to do differently?
Well, I'm definitely going to read the labels now from what I learned. Because I would just take whatever looks good and just eat it.
Yeah, that's all of us. Do you drink Gatorade before?
I don't drink a soda or a Gatorade. I just drink water.
Awesome. Nicholas, what's up, man? What's one thing that you're going to take away from this?
Stop eating Pop-Tarts.
Okay. What are you going to replace it with?
I don't need Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
Fruit. You can eat fruit.
Yeah.
That's something quick you can take right out the door. Good.
Yeah.
All right, Zach. What's up, buddy?
I'm probably gonna have to eat more nutrients, more vegetables, and stop drinking so much milk.
Okay.
I drink a lot of milk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. You can do almond milk. Try almond milk.
We make his protein smoothie or protein shakes with almond milk, but he didn't like it. I had the unsweetened vanilla, and he didn't like it plain anyway.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have. You can just do the original. It doesn't have to be the unsweetened. The original has. I mean, it's a little bit sweeter than the unsweetened. The unsweetened is like drinking skim milk. So I don't do the unsweetened. I just do the original. But I don't do vanilla because that's too much sugar.
All right, Aaron.
I've been drinking like a little bit more soda and Gatorade. Well, yeah, a little bit more soda than I used to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll probably drink more water now.
Awesome.
That's what I need to do.
Very, very cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Rochelle, this is all great information. There's a lot of information to take in at one time, but we get excited after we hear stuff like this. We get excited and we're going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm going to do this now. I'm going to do this." So, what is something that we could do to hold ourselves accountable to make sure that we're taking these steps to better ourselves?
Wow. So, I mean, hopefully you guys were taking a few notes, right? Because it is a lot to take in, right? Mm-hmm. And so I just say start with something small, simple. It could. you could give yourself a goal of drinking your water. You know, start tracking your water. They have all kind of apps you can do. They even have water apps where you can drink, where you can track the amount of water you're taking in. And just that reading. I'm telling you, for me, when I started reading my labels and I eliminated high fructose corn syrup from my diet, I dropped 20 pounds just without even trying. You know, so just that alone, reading your label and just avoiding, like the plague, high fructose corn syrup. So I would just say track your water and avoid high fructose corn syrup. Those two right there are life changers. Life changers.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you for your time. You know, this was very great. You know, a lot of people need to hear this message. And guys, I hope that you took it seriously. And it sounds like you did, and you were listening and paying attention. I really appreciate that. But guys, next week we're gonna do this all again. We're gonna probably have a different topic. But again, I want to start keeping track of, you know, who's drinking what, who's eating what. I'm gonna ask you. I might pop up and quiz you. I'm gonna say, hey, what you eat today? Be ready for that.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be good.
All right. And y'all gotta hold me accountable too. I gotta do the same thing. All right, guys. Well, thank you for your time, Rochelle. Oh, wait,
all right. Thank you.
I'm gonna ask any questions. Anybody have any questions?
I have a
Can I
question.
ask one real quick?
Cool. We got some questions. All right, good.
I have one.
Is there any sweetener that you recommend? I mean, I have to worry about, I drink a lot of coffee myself, but I use Sweet and Low or Splenda.
So stevia, right? Stevia, that's a good sweetener that you can use unprocessed, or honey, stevia. If you want something granulated, stevia. Like instead of syrup on my pancakes, I use agave nectar, right? And you can find these in regular grocery stores. You don't have to go to health food stores. So stevia, not Truvia, stevia, right? Another one is sweet leaf. That's another good sweetener. Stevia and sweet leaf, those are two granulated, sweeteners. Agave nectar is like a syrup. I use that in place of syrup. And honey, for people that drink tea, honey will be better than white sugar. White sugar is a no-go, but white sugar is better than the artificial sugar. White sugar is better than Splenda. So if you had a choice between, Splenda, white sugar, I say white sugar, but I'm trying to get you off the white sugar, right?
Very good.
Well, it's just he don't drink coffee, so I'm good.
No, that's good. You need to know too.
He says I
That's a good question.
coffee.
Mhm.
I hate coffee.
Somebody else had a question?
I do.
Aaron?
Yeah. Is sparkling water worse than like regular water?
You say, is it worse?
Yeah.
No, sparkling water is okay.
All right, and is dried fruit, like, is that any worse than regular fruit also?
It is, because a lot of times dried fruit, unless you're drying it, you have your own dehydrator and you're drying it yourself. Most time, if you buy dried fruit from the store, they have added sugar to it, right? So again, it's about reading the labels.
Yeah.
Very good. Anybody else with a question?
I got a question.
Okay, this is great.
You have any tips on gaining weight properly instead of just eating like a bunch of processed food and fats?
Well, yeah, we don't want to do processed foods. We want to do lean protein, eating clean, right? When I say clean, lean protein, that's either, you can do limited red meat, but that's mainly chicken, fish, lamb, turkey, things like that. Lean protein, even good sources of carbs, right? Brown rice, sweet potato, those are good. Vegetables. I mean, all just eating clean, you'll put on good weight, right? You won't put on a lot of fat. That's why I'm saying lean protein and complex carbs, and supplementing with a good quality protein smoothie as well, right? Making protein smoothies. That's another way to supplement getting that protein in without eating a real meal. That still can be a meal replacement. So I do a protein smoothie every morning.
Awesome.
But a good
Thank you.
quality protein, you got to read that label. If it has sucralose or any dyes, it's no good. You got to read the label.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. So that's our time for the week. Rochelle, how can they reach you if they want to be in contact with you?
Bam.
There it is. You guys got that? Take it in. Write it down.
Take that down. Hey guys, you can reach out to me anytime. You have any questions, you're in the grocery store, you got a question, you're not sure, just give me a call, shoot me a text. I'm here for you. I
Awesome.
want to see you win.
We're gonna have a great season this year. Great camp. You know, it's all starting with what we eat.
Yep. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'm on all that. So
I'm gonna try to take some time to write that down, write that info down, or take a picture of it.
Yeah.
hey, mom, and reach out to me. Who's that? Zach's mom? Reach out to me. We can talk.
Okay.
All right, everybody got it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he screenshotted it.
Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, again, thank
Great.
you for your time, Rochelle. Guys, I really appreciate you paying attention and engaging. That was really good. Again, see you guys next week. Take care.
Thank you. Shit.
Next week.